claim being African, but now I don't anymore. What do you mean that in African culture you say our husband, our wife? From love. I don't know. Stop. No.
Ask me what? Where's our husband? He's our husband. Our family. We love you, babe. We love you from Kenya.
Okay, that's very true. Because in Africa, we say our wives, our husband. And the reason for this is because the marital bond you have, between your wife or husband stretches beyond the two of you. It extends, to the immediate family and also the larger family. And there are actually three reasons why, it stretches beyond you to the immediate family and even beyond the immediate family to the extended family. And the three reasons include: one, when you meet a girl you want to marry, in the West, it's possible for you to just whisk her off her feet and go to any environment, get a certified marriage person, and he weds the two of you, and that's it. In Africa, it's a long process. It's not something that's done in a whiff. First of all, when you identify the girl you want to marry, you need the permission of the parents. The first thing is the permission of the parents. And the permission of the parents is not just you coming alone to seek permission of the parents. You're going to come with your own parents or the principal members of your family to her parents and the principal members of her family to seek this permission. So it's not just you walking into her house and meeting the father and mother and saying, "No, I want to marry your daughter." No, it goes beyond that. And it's not just walking into to ask for her hand in marriage. No, there's a custom, there are traditions for you to do this. So when you come in with your family members, there are processes, there are customs that must be observed, in this process. And once you complete that, that is only the first stage. Now you can come and go, as you please to visit your intended wife. So when you finish with stage one, you go to stage two, which is the bride price. Now in Africa, marriages are not just between the immediate families. It includes the extended families on both sides. So you're going to come with your parents, your immediate family members, and your extended family members. And the girl's family will also have her parents, her immediate family members, and her extended family members. And it is at this second stage that you pay the controversial bride price, which some people say is you purchasing the bride, which is wrong, that she's not a charter, she's not a property that you buy. And those in favor argue that it's just a commitment on your side, it's an appreciation of you, to the girl's family. And they also argue that it's, you coming with some specified gifts to build an alliance, a bond between the families. Okay, so whatever it is, you pay the bride price. And what you pay as bride price depends on the tribe the girl comes from. In some tribes, you will pay an arm and a leg. In some others, you will just pay something insignificant. Whatever it is, when you pay the bride price, you have the families involved. And the third and final stage is the marriage proper, what we call the traditional marriage. It is at this stage that the villages are involved. At this stage, you're bringing your clan, she's bringing her clan, and everybody gets to mingle and know one another and build some form of alliance, bond, So that's it. In Africa, marriage is not just between both parties. It involves the clan, actually, both clans. Alliances are built, bonds are built. And after going through this process, when members of your husband's family see you, they say, "Our wife." And also the girl, when you see a member of your husband's family, you can even call him "my husband." It doesn't mean that person is your husband. It's just a significant depiction of the acceptance you have for him to be part of your husband's family. So that's it.